Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and today I wanted to talk about a topic that's been kind of roaming around the interwebs, and that is the idea that Planetside 2 is a pay-to-win game. And it's kind of understandable because a lot of people assume that for a free-to-play game, the developers are going to put a system in place that incentivizes their players to use money to buy something in the game. I mean, that's how they're going to gain profit. So they'll make overpowered weapons that are only accessible with, real-world cash, or they'll just do something that gives them a huge advantage. So I wanted to talk about this topic in detail and go into my reasons why I really don't think that's the case for Planetside 2. So first off, I just kind of wanted to lay the groundwork and talk about the payment structure itself, just so we all have a basic understanding of what you can actually buy in Planetside 2. And if you're not aware, the only thing you can purchase with your hard-earned money are different weapons for each of the classes, for all the vehicles, and different accessories for them. So if you want to buy some cool hubcaps for your Sunder, that option is available to you. If you want to buy some cool camos for your medic weapons or for your lightning, you can also do that with real world money. The only other thing you can buy with your cash are different boosts, and boosts are very simple. They last, depending on which one you buy, I think they can last an hour to 7 days, and they will, depending on which one you buy, they'll increase your experience, they'll increase your resources gain, stuff along those lines. But everything else, like every other thing that's really going to affect your gameplay, is gone, or you get that through playing the game, and that is called certification points. And the way that you get certification points is, like I said, you play the game and you get experience. Every time you get a kill, every time you revive an ally, every time you repair a vehicle, you're going to get experience. And that experience is going to go towards your certification points, which you can then spend on upgrading whatever you want to upgrade. And I mean, there is a lot of things to upgrade in Planetside 2. So if you want to upgrade your medic weapon, you want it to revive faster, you want it to heal faster, you can do that with certification points. If you want to increase the armor on your heavy assault, you can also, you have to do that through certification points. There is no way for you to actually spend your money in spend your real world money in this game to increase the strength of your soldier. The only thing you can do is buy side grades, which are the different weapons. I know there's this assumption that you can change or you can upgrade the weapon itself with your real world money, but that's not the case. It's also all through certification points. And really what the developers have tried to do, and it's clear that they've tried to do, is create a system where you cannot buy power. And I know that's the topic of today's discussion. I'll go into more detail as we go. But truly, they have tried to set up a system where you cannot buy power. You can buy different side grades, which might allow you to do better in certain situations, but you can't just simply throw money at the game, have a maxed rank medic, and all of a sudden just dominate everyone on the battlefield. You just can't simply do that. You have to grind it out or play the game just like everyone else and level up just like someone who is using the free-to-play model. So now that we got that out of the way, I kind of wanted to delve on into the accusations that are flowing around out there, and the one I hear the most is that because a lot of the higher tier weapons cost a lot of cert points, they cost around 1,000, which is a crazy amount, but because those are so expensive, players that can or use real world money on them instead of just trying to play and grind it out are going to have a huge advantage over the free-to-play guys. And I completely disagree with this statement, because I haven't spent any money on I've spent money on the game, but I haven't spent any money on the weapons themselves, at least for the classes. And I find the stock weapons to be more than adequate, and in some circumstances, especially for the Vanu Medic, people are saying that it's one of the best weapons in the game, and it's truly amazing. And I have had no desire to purchase anything for my classes other than, maybe some camos and stuff like that, because I truly do believe that the standard weapons are that good. I'm around a 3 kill death ratio, and I'm not trying to brag by any means, but I'm just trying to say that one thing I really like about the game is that it seems like skill really is involved, and if you get the drop on someone, you're usually gonna get the kill on them. Or if you get into a firefight and you know that you're lining up every shot, you're gonna come out on top. Accuracy is key in Planetside 2, and I've never really gotten into an engagement where I'm like, wow, why didn't I kill them? And I've never had this feeling like, oh, I really need to unlock this weapon, because if I do, I'm going to be so much better. I'm going to get a lot more kills, and I'm just going to be that much more powerful. I've never felt like that in Planetside 2, and it's something that a lot of games out there cannot, they can't claim that. And so I really do believe that accusation that these higher tier weapons are overpowered and that people that have spent money on them are getting a huge advantage over everyone else is just simply not true. It really does come down to skill, where the weapons are going to perform best. If it's, like I said, if it's a higher RPM gun, it's probably going to do better up close. If it's a slower RPM gun with low recoil, it's going to do better at long range, and it's not going to just be, you know, the end-all be-all weapon. So yeah, definitely do not agree with that assessment. Another argument I hear floating around out there is that because you can spend money on boost, which increase your experience and cert points, that you can then use that on upgrading your soldier, which is an indirect way at basically an indirect way at buying power. I mean, I can kind of see this criticism, but at the same time, you're still having to play the game. It's not like they're just, if you spend $10, you get 1,000 cert points, which you can use to upgrade your class. It's like, no, you have to go out there and play the game. You have to be a team player. You have to revive your allies. You have to kill people just like everyone else. And because you have to go down that route, I really don't think that this is that large of an issue, simply because it's along the same lines. If you want to upgrade your character, you have to play the game. So the next one, I'm not exactly sure where I stand on this issue, and it regards vehicles and their weapons, because there are some vehicles in this game where the stock weapons are atrocious. They just really do not get the job done. And when you do upgrade their weapons, or you interchange them with something else, they're a lot more powerful. And the ones that come to mind are for the Scythe, the rocket pods, the Liberator, their main cannon, at least when you start off, is just absolutely terrible. And the lightning stock weapon is atrocious. But then when you do upgrade them and you do get those nice weapons on them, they really do get into their element, and they become a lot more effective. And so my hope, and this is where I will give the critics, their 2 cents, because this is kind of a problem. And I'm hoping that in future patches, they will try to change this and make it so that the stock weapons are a little bit more effective, because they truly are not as powerful as some of the upgrades. And I know that they do want the upgrades to feel different, and they do want them to feel powerful, but as of right now, they are a little bit too powerful compared to what we get for the free-to-play. But that's just my opinion. But in the end, this is a business for them, and they do need to make some money on it. And while I know that some games will really truly feel like, if you're not paying any money, that you're just getting the shaft, and you're just not really getting the full experience out of the game, I do not feel like that in Planetside 2. I think that they've really got a nice balance going on, while I think that some aspects of it, like the weapons or the vehicle weapons, do need some improvement, and that aspect could be improved upon. Overall, I like the payment structure that they have. It does not feel like a pay to win, at least for me, and hopefully they are making money off the game, because if there isn't any money going into it, then they're not going to be able to support it for months or hopefully years in the future, and to become an amazing mega title that I'm hoping that it becomes. But that's what I think about this whole pay to win kind of thing going around. I would love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, guys, that's about it for today's video. If you enjoyed, or you just want to support my channel, it always brings a smile on my face if you give my videos a rating, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.